price of freedom is death. We're coming to get our check.
First, my brothers and my sisters, welcome to the Afro Elite YouTube channel. I'm your host, Afro Elite. As you guys are coming in, please be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel and have your notification bell on. All right, all of that helps the channel. All of that helps. We're going to address some things. We got a lot of pre-likes. A lot of people have been, I'm excited for this. I am excited for this because people have been wanting this for a minute. People have been wanting this for a good minute, and it's a reason as to why. All right. Now, before we get into this, I want to say this is not me doing something personal. A lot of people take shots. A lot of people make disses. A lot of people do that stuff. And like about 8 times, really 9 times out of 10, I play past it. You guys really be surprised with how often I play past a lot of that stuff. A lot of people throw shade at me in spaces on YouTube, and I play past it a lot of times. I don't let my personal ego get in the way of what I'm doing, the movement, all that stuff. I don't, okay? Except when it comes to a point where these people are creating an issue. When these people are creating a problem, I will address them not because they diss me or dislike me, because there's people who dislike me, fine, whatever, you don't have to. But when you are creating a problem for the movement, when you're doing something that's going to hinder the movements, derail the movement, when it's going to slow the progression of the movement down, then I will address it. If you guys have known, I've gone after a couple people. I've mentioned and addressed a couple people, and every single time I have, it's been about, okay, at this point, what you are doing is harmful to the movement. It's not because you don't like me. It's not because we already got 100 people in here. It's not because you don't like me. It's not because you don't like my YouTube channel or whatever. That you can dislike whatever you want to, but when you come to the movement, there's a certain code of conduct that I'm going to make sure is upheld in order for the movement to be as progressive as it should be and can be. Shout out to Antithesis for the Cash App. I appreciate you, brother. I always forget to put that on vibrate. All right, so check this out. Last year, first off, shout out to y'all. I can't thank y'all enough for the 10,000, because we was on a campaign for the 10,000 subscribers. Last year, this was in December, towards the end of the month, I was doing live streams every day so we can get to that 10,000. We was at 9,000 something, close to that 10. We needed a little bit more to get to that 10,000. So I was doing live streams every single day. Dr. Umar did an interview on Joe Budden, and they were discussing it. A lot of the clips went viral. I don't know if you guys remember this, but I got to give a refresher for the people who are maybe newer to the channel. I did a review on that because a lot of the clips went to Twitter. It went viral. Umar talked about Eminem not being able to be the king of hip hop. He talked about interracial dating. He talked about a lot of different things. I agree with his stances. I'm gonna be very honest with you. I agree with his stances on those things. I'm gonna be very blatantly honest with you. I agree with Dr. Umar's stances on most things. I'm gonna just be very frank with you. Now, I've made videos where I do have contention with Umar. I do disagree. I don't agree with the fact that every black person, everybody in the world is all African. I don't agree with that. And I've said that multiple times. I'm standing on that. I don't agree with his stance on reparations. I don't agree with that. The fact that we're FBA, but we're not really FBA. We're all from Africa, and we should all just pretend that we're all one big ethnic group. I don't agree with that. We're different ethnic groups. That's it. Now, do I think that makes him like a coon? No. There's points I believe, I'm going to be very honest with you. I believe that despite his issue, despite our disagreements, I don't believe that he wishes any bad. I do believe through his perspective, he's trying to do the best he can for the people. That is what I believe. I will give him that much grace. All right. We already got 200 people in here less than 10 minutes. Okay. So that's my stance on that. I'm going to do, when somebody is right, I will give them their credit. When somebody is wrong, I will address the fact that they are wrong. Umar, in those situations, in that interview, when he was speaking on Eminem, he was right, because everybody's all like, man, y'all can't hate on Eminem. Eminem's the best. He's the greatest of all time. And he said he addressed it, and I agreed with his stance on that. So as we were having a conversation, it was really like 400 people in the room. This guy comes up named Mike TV. Mike TV comes up, and Mike TV starts trolling in the chat room. All right. If you guys were there, you guys will remember. He started trolling in the chat room. I said, hey, I can kick him out, because some of the mods was hitting me up like, hey, do you want me to kick him out? I said, you know what? No, don't kick him out. Let him, if he wants to come in and say what he has to say, if he wants to come in and say what he has to say, fine. But if he doesn't show up, if he doesn't like come on stage, fine, I'll kick him out. He came on stage. Me and him got into it a little bit, because he said that I'm defending a scammer. Let me get to the scamming thing. Let's get to the actual definition of that. Because we're going to be thorough with this. The definition of a scam, I guess I got to take this thing off the screen. A person who, essentially a person who commits or participates in a fraudulent scheme or operation. So let's look at that, and then let's look at some other definitions, because a lot of people use the word grifter as well too. Keep these definitions in mind, brothers and sisters. Keep these definitions in mind. A grifter is a con artist, someone who swindles people out of their money through fraud. Okay, and then this is another one, pretty much saying the same thing. A group of methods of obtaining money falsely through the use of swindles, frauds, dishonest gambling, etc. Okay, these are grifts. We got to be very careful when we say somebody is a scammer. Even if you assume someone might be scamming, and it's our responsibility. Listen very closely to what I'm about to say before we start playing any clips. It is our responsibility as intelligent black society to be sure of what we say. We do not. It is very important to not make false statements. Okay? Not only as FBA are we the model of black society in the world, but also right here, you all in the chat room, almost 300 people. We are supposed to be the model of how black people conduct themselves going forward. We're supposed to be who set the precedent of how we conduct ourselves. We're supposed to be the best of the best. And in order to be the best of the best, it's important for us not to make false statements. There are too many people who, the second they see the slightest allegation, they go and make a bunch of indefinite statements, and they don't know that those statements are true. All right? They don't know that. Now, I'm not saying you can't say anything unless you have 100% fact. But if you don't have fact, you have to say, well, you know what? Allegedly, supposedly, you have to indicate that it's not a fact. You have to indicate that you can't prove this as a fact. And we have too many people who the second, and especially, I'm going to be honest, especially when it comes to a black man, the second there's a slight allegation, there are people writing them off instantly. They don't need to hear the other side. They don't need to hear his side. They just hear one person's side, and they instantly start writing the black person off, especially if it's a black man. Even if the side, listen, even if the side they heard doesn't fully make sense, even if you're listening to only one side and only one side of the story, doesn't even fully make sense. They're starting in the middle. They don't want to tell you how it really happened. They don't want to tell you what they did. They don't want to tell you. They're being very kind of fishy and wishy-washy and loose with the details. Even if their story doesn't make sense, because of the system of white supremacy, and there's a thing in the back of people's mind as anti-black. You have anti-blackness whispering in your ear. You're instantly ready to write the other person off. I'm going to give an example. Remember Jonathan Majors. Remember when his allegation popped off, you had a whole bunch of people like, oh, he's abusing his girlfriend. Oh my God, he's so terrible. He's the worst man ever. How could, and Megan Good was with him. Oh, Megan, how could you be with him? He's going to beat you like he did his other. Remember, it was a lot of that. And then the video came out of his girlfriend actually chasing him across the city. And then everybody was like, oh, well, damn. I guess we shouldn't have ran off with that one allegation the first time we heard it. So that's why it's very important for us not to make false statements or not to jump to conclusions. We have a thing where if we need to model ourselves, we need to not jump to conclusions. All right. So I got to say that. And this applies to this situation, but it also can apply to a lot of other situations as well. All right. You listening to one side of the story. You don't care to hear the other side, but yet you're side-eyeing the other person from the other side. As Black society, we need to be much less biased and not jump to conclusions as quickly as that. All right. So the situation, I'm going to pull it up real quick. Let me just play this, get this out the way. Let me just get this out the way right here.
Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Okay, so this is the clip. Now, he says, I deleted the video. I did not delete the video. This is, so you guys know, that I privated the video, and I'm going to play our little interaction. When he came up and I said, okay, now you have to address the Umar things that you've been calling Umar. You're going to have to address that. I'm going to play a little bit of what we had going on in that chat room that time.
But let's say it's 700,000.
I never said I'm not sure. I said,
okay. Let me take it back a little bit.
About the GoFundMe, right? Now you said, how much money did you say? You said 700,000.
There's conflicting reports out there. There's numerous publications citing a number between 400 and 700,000.
Okay, all right.
But before we get all over the place, you were saying that the evidence was him being audited, right?
Yes. Now, hold on. No. You said it's 700,000. Then I asked you. Now you saying you're not sure, but let's say it's 700,000.
I never said I'm not sure. I said all my publications say the number is between 400,000 and 700,000.
We're not gonna do that. Are you sure? Oh, let's say, for the sake of the argument, it's 700,000. You said he got that 10 years ago, or he has that all together?
He started raising funds for the school in 2014.
No, he started. You said he started. Did he start with 700,000, or has he been receiving donations through the years? It adds up to 700,000 because that's
he has been milking donations for the last 10 years. We all know this.
Okay, so
we're building the school, family. We got
okay. Let me pause it so I can give you guys the breakdown of why this happened, because I know we're kind of in the middle of the thing. Why I'm asking this question is because in the chat room, he said Umar received $700,000 10 years ago to build the school, and the school is still not built. So when he came up, that's what he was saying in the chat room. If you guys remember, when he came up, I said, okay, are you saying he received $700,000 10 years ago, or through the course of 10 years, he's collected $700,000, because that's a difference. Because if you say he started off his campaign with $700,000 and he had that money to start and he hasn't built a school in 10 years, that's a very big difference of throughout the course of his entire 10 years, he's collected $700,000. So that's why I'm all like, okay, what is the time frame you're saying he got this money from? Because you're saying one thing in the chat, and then when you come up on stage, you're saying a very different thing. All right. So I'm just letting you guys understand why I'm saying that.
Mike, we're not gonna do that, Mike. Over the accumulation of 10 years.
Do what? You won't even answer the question where you heard he got.
Hold on. We're not gonna do that, Mike.
How do you know he got audited?
Okay.
Since you were Umar fanboy.
Hold on. No, Mike.
And that's why I kept cutting him off, because the thing is that when you make an accusation, I'm gonna do this again. Listen, there was a episode of Boondocks. I watched this years ago. I think Samuel L. Jackson played this character, and he said that absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence. Now, let me explain what that means. Just because you can't prove something does not mean there's proof of that. Like, for instance, just because you can't prove or you don't know for a fact where the money went does not mean that the person is necessarily scamming. All right. Just because you don't know where it went, that doesn't mean that your assumption is correct. So just because he was all like, oh, let me clear this up. When you make an allegation on somebody, it is up to you to prove your allegation to be correct. It is correct or incorrect. It is up to you. It is not up to the other person. It's not up to me to say, oh, prove where Umar's been audited. Prove where he's been audited. I don't have to prove where Umar's been audited. You're the one who came up and said for a fact he's scamming. So I'm saying for a fact, if you're saying he's scamming, you have to come and show the evidence that for a fact he is scamming. That is on you. That's not on me to disprove your statement. It's up to you to prove your statement. I don't got to disprove anything before you even initiate, before you even say what your statement is. So that's where we're at with it. All right. And he keeps cutting me off, and because he knows he's calling me a fanboy trying to trigger me. It's not really bothering me.
Audited, and I know you got audited because he told you.
Here,
did you see
no, listen. I want y'all to listen to this. For a second. He came up. He said he got this much money 10 years ago. I'm doing simple math. I'm saying, did he get that money 10 years ago, or over the course of 10 years, has he collected that much money in total? That's a big difference. This man don't even know that. He said, well, he started collecting money 10 years ago. Okay. But did he get First off, he's not sure how much money. He says, well, there's different conflicting reports over the course of a year, 700,000 or 400,000. That's a big gap in money. He don't know how much money. He's reading some web articles online, and now he's sitting up there saying he don't know how, auditing works. The IRS don't do nothing because they don't care. He has to show the receipt to Mike. I'm literally just asking how he knows. I'm not even debunking anything. I'm asking questions, and he's all over the place. Mike, are you still with us, brother?
You see me on the panel, don't you?
Okay.
So you're gonna answer the question how you heard that he got audited?
Huh? You said
you're gonna answer the question that I asked you.
What was that?
How do you know that he was audited?
He said he was.
So you're taking his word.
Just like you're taking the word of the websites you look up.
You know his GoFundMe was public, right?
He didn't know.
Before he took it down.
No, Mike, you said different publications.
GoFundMe was public before
No,
he took it down.
No,
you
Mike.
can get caught into semantics all you want.
No, I'm not. Stop it. Stop. I'm not saying it was public. I'm not saying the GoFundMe. You said the websites. There's different publications that say different different numbers. This is recorded, so you know. You said there's different publications with different numbers. I didn't say that. You said that. So you're trusting that source because in the chat room, you said 700,000. So where did you get the number 700,000 from, Mike? Mike, you're unmuted. Where'd you get the number 700,000?
Oh, I don't do the mute unmute thing. I mean, I'm
Well,
gonna take this interaction, share with the audience, and just show how bad Umar got y'all bending backwards.
Okay, all right.
We got a pseudo pan-Africanist got you up here defending a man you don't even know who accepted hundreds of thousands of dollars for a school that he's still not built in 10 years, and you trying to do all this intellectual gymnastics to defend your daddy Umar. Have you even met the man? Have you even had a conversation with the man?
Have you, sir? You seem very bothered. You seem like you and Umar got some bad blood. Is this personal to you?
Have you even met him? Have you even had a conversation? Because you sure as hell
you have a personal thing against Umar?
Now, I want you guys to understand.
I'm kidding.
Notice how I after listening, now this is my first ever interaction with Mike. I have seen Mike before. He has called into Jason Black's The Business channel, but he was using his actual person. He was as you know, his face. So I didn't know this was the same guy. I didn't know that at the time, but I've only seen him once before. I didn't know of Mike TV as the YouTube channel before, but just off this first interaction, as he's explaining it, I'm all like, this seems like it's a little bit something beyond that. This seems like it's a little bit something beyond that. All right. That's why you kind of slammed this. You seem bitter. You seem a little bitter. You seem bitter, sir. So listen, okay, and that's all I need to play with that. I'm gonna say this. A lot of times, people who have an issue, and this happens to me all the time. People who have an issue with you, if they can't really articulate their issue with you, if they're trying to give you, if they're saying, oh, I have this problem with this huge, big problem with this person because of this, but I don't really want to explain it, and if you question me, I'm going to get upset about it. More than likely, they're being dishonest with what the real issue is. Their real issue is not what they're claiming their issue is. Their real issue is 9 times out of 10 something beyond that. It might be that a little bit, but it's 9 times out of 10 something way beyond that. That's more than likely what it is. All right. So then he goes on. After that, it was over with. Then he goes on. This was months later. He goes on and he disses me on his channel. All right. So
thought, you know what? I'd like to issue it.
Now he brings up, because he's been going on this tirade about another YouTuber, and he name drops Black Alpha, and he confuses me with Black Alpha, which a lot of people do for whatever reason. I don't know why, but a lot of people do that. So then he makes an apology to Black Alpha and disses me.
A public apology, and I'd also like to roast the amazing Lucas a bit more. So we're gonna give you a couple live broadcasts on this fine Tuesday evening, even though this is not my regular schedule I adhere to. Guys, hit the like button on the way in, hit the Cash App or the PayPal if you support the mission. Speaking of hitting the Cash App or the PayPal, we already had a contribution come through from Nick. Thank you. I appreciate your support. And yeah, guys, let's jump right on into it. So long story short, I did a expose on the amazing Lucas last night, right? And live, we discovered that the amazing Lucas deleted the footage of our interaction. And I said, you know what? It's okay that he's done this, because I had a previous encounter with somebody. And this previous encounter I had was quite contentious. And after this encounter on their broadcast, they deleted the footage, or rather privated the video. So after that, I learned my lesson. And from now on, when I go to give somebody some straightening, I also make sure to screen record in real time. And I made a slip up. I made a grave mistake. And I said that this individual who was acting like, for lack of better words, a bitch made nigga. I made a grave mistake. And I said that this individual's channel was called Black Alpha Network. And guys, I was absolutely wrong. We were in like the 4th hour of a broadcast that went, damn near 5 hours yesterday. It was long, but anyways, I made a slip up and I confused Black Alpha Network with Afro Elite. So, as soon as I realized the error of my ways, I made sure to include, something in the description of the video, a little disclaimer, pinned a comment to the top of it. But I said, fuck that. I live my life on the public record, and I'd like to issue a formal apology. I'd like the apology to be on the record as well. Black Alpha Network, I didn't mean to drag your name through the mud. I didn't mean to speak ill of your content or claim that I went on your channel and exposed you for supporting a known scammer known as Umar Johnson, and after checking you, you deleted the video. I got you confused with that weirdo motherfucker called Afro Elite. And I think it's only right for me to show the people, before we get to the receipts, let's start with the grave mistake I made so you can see it in its proper context. The fucker went and deleted the video? Damn, I was already roasting you for not standing on your square. I was exposing you for being a coon, a sellout, a grifter, a charlatan, a fraudster. You deleted so much.
Okay, now, and just want to pause it real quick. That's where he made the mistake. He was talking about me, but then he dropped he mentioned Black Alpha or whatever, and then he used this as a way to somewhat apologize, because he didn't really have to do anything. He could have cleared it up, because me nor Black Alpha saw it at that time. Nobody really saw it or cared. But he did this, and he made a big thing. He was tagging us both. We both talked about it. He was tagging us both about it, or whatever the case is. And I was all like, you know what? I'm gonna wait, because clearly this dude he's on one. So I'm just gonna wait, and I'm gonna wait. And clearly he's gonna slip up again. So this is what he did.
Much of your content in the past, I didn't know you were going to turn around and delete our conversation we had last Friday. This is strange behavior, guys. I also hold disagreement day streams. I don't delete them. You can go back a year and a half and see all my call-in disagreement day streams. You can hear everybody saying their accusations against me. We're having live debates. I don't go and delete it. Oh Lord, guys, something told me. Because I've realized when I pull up on these motherfucking panels, I've realized when I pull up on their broadcasts and when I give them some straightening real quick, when Mike TV comes up on their show and does what he does and does what he does, when I work my magic, they tend to delete the footage. I remember there was this dude called Alpha Black Network, and he had some stream where he was dick riding Umar Johnson, even though he's supposed to be a Tariq Nasheed supporter. Alpha Black Network is always on Tariq Nasheed's Twitter spaces, jocking him and stuff. So I challenged him. I called in. I said, why are you defending scamming ass Umar? And we had a bit of a debate, and this motherfucker went and deleted the footage. And I noticed a trend many a times after Mike TV joins these live streamers broadcasts, they delete the footage, y'all. That footage is not, you can't find that shit no more. You cannot find.
Now, I'm going to fast forward a little bit. I just want you to get that clear, because I don't want nobody to be all like, he took it out of context. What he's saying is that after our interaction, which I just played for you, after our interaction, I was so beat up by Mike T, and he refers to himself in the third person all the time. I was so beat up by Mike TV, I was ashamed, and I privated the video. I explained to you guys what happened, and he's going to try to explain it away, saying that what I said happened is not what really happened. So listen to it, because I don't have to lie about nothing. But listen.
I mean, he's always on the Twitter spaces. He's always involved in FBA discussions. So when I saw him doing a broadcast bigging up Umar Johnson, when I saw him doing a broadcast promoting Umar Johnson in a positive light, this known scammer, this also known opposition to Tariq Nasheed, I mean, it was just confusing to say the least. So I pulled up on his channel. I questioned him. He failed under pressure, and he deleted the footage. So ladies and gentlemen, if you want to see what evidence you can find since he took the video down, you can simply go to Afro Elite's YouTube channel, go to his community tab, and a month ago is when this broadcast was. And he says here with his lying ass.
Y'all pay attention.
First of all, before we get into what his lying ass says, look at what he titled. Look at the title and the thumbnail of this live stream he deleted after I pressed him. Dr. Umar triggers tap dancers. What the fuck are you talking about? Dr. Umar triggers tap dancers. Guys, if I ever mention Umar, I don't refer to this bitch boy as a doctor. and we're either roasting him or we're shedding light on the school scam that he's been promoting for over a decade now. Guys, Dr. Umar triggers tap dancers. What the fuck are we talking about here? So he makes a broadcast bigging up Umar Johnson, one of the sworn enemies of Tariq Nasheed, so to speak. Gnome scammer. Pan-African grifter. Oh, wait, Afro
okay.
Elite. That sounds like a Pan-African name. Maybe what it is Afro Elite drank the Pan-African Kool-Aid. Maybe that's what it is. He drank the Pan-African Kool-Aid, and Umar is supposed to be the prince of Pan-Africanism. So by default, you have to overlook the school scam. By default, you have to protect and deflect and cape and tap dance for a gnome.
Now, okay. So all of this, and now I'm okay. That all that stuff. Afro Elite is now I'm a Pan-Africanist, even though years ago I was one of, I'm not going to say I was the first, I wasn't, but I was one of the first people to really get on why Pan-Africanism has failed. People only say that because they associate Afro, the word Afro, with Africa, which is, if that's your case, that's your case. But let me show you, because he likes to claim that he's the king of receipts. So let me show you some receipts. I want to show you the dates in which these events occurred. Look at this. The date in which me and him got into it. Now, I can't edit the date. I can't change the date. This was right after we got off. Okay, we had about 400 likes. This was on the 26th of December 2023. Remember that day, the 26th of December 2023. Remember, I told you I was playing clips from Twitter of the Joe Budden podcast where he had Umar on. Now, after that, I immediately got a copyright strike and they blocked the video. They blocked the video, okay? And I immediately went to appeal to try to, it was a weird thing. Now with YouTube, what they do, if you guys have a channel, what YouTube allows you to do is they allow you to appeal. They allow you to trim whatever part they claim is copywritten out the video, or in some cases, if it's like music or whatever, they'll allow you to mute it. In some cases, that's the mute option is not always there. I always try to appeal under the guise of fair use because I'm using it in the guise of fair use, and I don't want the playback to be all jumpy where it's skipping 15 minutes, and I don't like that. So my initial thing, anytime I get like a copyright claim, my initial thing is to appeal all the time. And most of the time, almost all the time, it works that way. It takes a little bit of time depending, but it works that way. That video was blocked. I went to get it appealed, and in the appeal process, they allowed it to be seen, or I don't know if it was a flaw or something, because it doesn't happen this way. They allowed it to be seen with an unlisted link. They allow me to take it from public to unlisted. So I put that in the community tab, like, hey, I'm working on it, but you guys can still like it. You guys can still watch it. The next day, YouTube took that down and they said, the copyright disclaim, your appeal has been rejected. So you can't play it at all. All right. So after that, it only leaves me with the option to trim that video. It only leaves me with that option to trim it. I'm going to show you the proof. These are the emails I got from YouTube. And at the top, so you know, I don't have to lie about anything. He said that I deleted the video because I was scared of him. This is at the top, as you can see on the first one, at the top, you see the date. That is the 26th, which is the same date that I broadcasted. It could be the same date I launched it is the same date that had a copyright strike. I immediately tried to appeal. I was trying to get to 10,000. I immediately tried to appeal that. It says the following claim of your Dr. Umar Triggers Tap Dancers has been disputed. I tried to dispute it, right? Then the next day, if you look at the other email on the 27th, it's saying, after reviewing your dispute, Quarter Labs, which is the studio that owns the Joe Budden podcast, Quarter Labs has decided that their copyright claim is still valid, which means that they still have the copyright claim up there. I still can't make it public. So this is the proof that I didn't try to hide it. I wasn't trying to do anything. That's that. All right. It's clearly stating, you can take your screenshots, you can show it to them clearly, that they were not allowing me to put it up. Their copyright stream wasn't allowing me to put that up at all. So it really left me no other choice. Shout out to the cash apps. I'm gonna get to y'all in a second. It really left me no other choice but to trim, which I don't like to do. But it said it was only one clip. Only one of the clips was, they were like doing the copyright thing. So I said, fine, you can trim that one clip out. YouTube decided to trim, because if y'all remember, that broadcast was like maybe 2 hours or so. YouTube trimmed about like 70% of it. 70%. So at that point, it's like, I can't even show this to people anymore. I'm telling you, it's a little bit in the beginning, and then it skips completely to the end. All of my things where I talk about Umar is completely out. I'm gonna show you this. This is why I privated it, because it's really not good. I mean, I can't really show it to you guys. Look at this. That whole live stream, they trimmed it, and it's only 19 minutes and 11 seconds. You see, I don't have to lie. It's 19 minutes and 11 seconds. I'm all like, nobody is going to, this is not watchable, because all of the context to the video is completely out the video, and I can't get it back. So I'm all like, you know what? I'm just going to private it. I'm just going to move on. It was a mistake. I wish I would have downloaded it. That's what I should have done. I wish I would have did that, but I didn't do that. All right. So, okay. So remember when I said that he has a personal issue with Umar, and I was wondering, what could that issue be? So looking at it now, mind you, he is mixed. He's half white and half black. All right. Just keep that in mind. So he goes to Umar and he has this discussion.
And Umar's not going to like me because...
Now, mind you, now all of this, the scamming. This is when he gets a chance to confront Umar, pay attention to what his issue is.
I believe that you can date who you want to date, just don't be a coon. And, you know, we regard Frederick Douglass with high esteem, and he married a white woman at the end of the day. So I look at a man's actions more so than who he dates.
Let me respond to my brother. And
so the time he has now, all of this thing of him trying to get on, him trying to talk about the school. That's why I said, I'm like, you know what? This don't really seem like the school is your big problem. It seems like you have another issue, and you just really don't want to address the other issue. His other issue is interracial dating. That is his problem. Because everybody knows Umar has a big thing against interracial dating. He's probably the biggest person with a platform his size to really speak against interracial dating. That is it. And his problem is interracial dating. That is it. It's not the school. He's only using the school as a thing because and I'm gonna show you why. This isn't my only bit of evidence. He calls himself the king of receipts. He claims he's the king of receipts. He's gonna get dethroned tonight. This is his thing. The first thing he says, not about the school. Where's the school? What's going on? Is, man, I think you can date whoever you want to date and not be a coon. Okay, all right.
I appreciate the dialogue because we still brothers, even if we disagree. I want to clarify the Frederick Douglass piece. You're absolutely right. About a decade before his death as an old man, he married a white woman. But let's not forget about Queen Mother Anna Marie Douglass, who he was married to for nearly 50 years, who gave birth to all 5 of his children, who helped him escape from slavery to freedom, and who ran the Underground Railroad in Rochester, New York during his absence. I'm only bringing that up because we talk about the white woman so much that a lot of our children don't know. Frederick Douglass had a dark-skinned, chocolate, beautiful, nappy-headed wife. So I want to make sure Anna Marie Douglass.
Now, that was Umar's initial response. Umar didn't cuss him out. Umar was actually being very polite. He was being very polite and respectful with answering that. All right. Then I'm going to fast forward a little bit.
He was a very wealthy man. That white woman got all the Sidney Poitier's money. That non-African Latino got all of Kobe Bryant's money. That white woman got all of Marvelous Marvin Hagler's money. This is wealth that we need to empower the black community and build institutions. How are you not a sellout if you're giving white people that type of wealth when they've already stolen enough from us? How could you find a white woman who could ever understand you as well as a sister?
Yeah. Well, the only reason why I mentioned people's actions is because you yourself exclusively date black, yet you're one of the biggest scammers in our community. It's been 12 years. And you still have...
Okay. So, and that's the end of that clip. Okay. All right. That's the end of that. Now, keep that in mind. His whole thing, and I peeped it when I talked it didn't even take me like 10 minutes to talk to him. The first time I spoke with him, I'm all like, no, your issue with the school isn't adding up. Let me let you guys know, this is how you spot liars. How you spot a liar is when they tell you something is the problem. If you're seeing like a level 4 issue and they have a level 10 reaction to it, and they can't explain why they're reacting to this level 4 problem with a level 10 reaction, more than likely they're trying to be dishonest with you about what it is. That's why I was instantly able to tell. I'm all like, this don't make sense. You this mad about the school because you don't really know nothing about the school. Because when I'm asking you about it, you're sitting up there talking about, well, there was a thing, one article said this, and then the website said this, and then where's your proof? Like, nah, you don't know enough to be this mad. So why are you this mad? This is something beyond that. And he just explained it. I'm gonna show you something else. Now, when he started going in on Tariq, just for clout and views and stuff like that, listen to what he says here.
Try to claim about Mike, I've defeated it with receipts, and I haven't had to play any gay audio not once. People said, "Hey, Mike, you're a hypocrite. You're talking."
Now, I don't want to spoil things, but y'all keep in mind about the gay audio. Just keep that in the back of y'all mind, because I guarantee you it's going to be relevant a little bit later. Just keep that in the back of y'all mind. Remember he said this, because it's going to be relevant a little bit later. I'm going to take it back.
People said, "Hey, Mike, you're a hypocrite. You're talking about how Tariq's wife is a tether, but you got an Irish baby mama. That's cool. My son still has."
Oh, did y'all hear that? I'm going to take it back one more time.
Tariq's wife is a tether, but you got an Irish baby mama. That's cool. My son still has.
He said Tariq's wife is a tether, but you got an Irish baby mama. That's his problem. This is his issue. The whole thing, and I was able to really tell, right, not only is he mixed or whatever, I'm not sure which one of his parents is the non-black one, but not only is he mixed, he has a child with an Irish white woman. That's his contention with Omar. It's not the school. He's constantly making these little videos about the school and this and that. No, he got a white baby mama, and Umar is the biggest person who makes, interracial dating look bad. So that's his big issue. That's it. Now, Tariq, his wife is FBA. No matter what y'all say, his wife is FBA. He is only half FBA, allegedly, because we don't even know what the black half is, allegedly. And then his baby mama is not FBA at all. So I'm just saying that's an Irish baby mama. He got not a wife, mind you, not a wife, but an Irish baby mama. Okay, an Irish baby mama. So that defeats that whole thing about him getting so upset and so irate when it comes to the interracial dating thing. When it comes to Umar, we got over 700 people in this live right now. Now, Then he's making videos after videos after videos about Umar. Then all of a sudden, really for no reason whatsoever, he starts making a bunch of videos dissing Tariq. Just kind of just randomly, which is so weird because he's copied Tariq's Twitter spaces. He's did breakdowns. I got to pull it up. He's did breakdowns on quote unquote Tariq versus a tether and all of this. He's constantly been using Tariq's name. He put Tariq in every single title and every single caption and every single everything. He's constantly doing that for clicks and views. And then all of a sudden that starts to kind of dry up. That kind of starts to dry up a little bit. So he has to do something else now. Now he has to diss Tariq because that's another way he gets views. Now, listen to this. Share this tab instead. Pull this up. Wait for the computer to... All right, here we go. Here we go. Now, this is fair use, y'all. Come on now. Come on, YouTube. Come on, YouTube. So he does a thing where he discusses Tariq losing to Umar Johnson. So now he's against Tariq and he's for Umar. After all of that talking shit about Umar, now he's with Umar and against Tariq. Okay. So this is what he has to say.
And wedding, block party, receptions, and stripper scandals, and I mean it's not looking good. It's not looking good. I mean, he literally represents everything that is wrong with our culture. We cannot get ahead. We barely got anybody trying to do the work as it is. Tariq Nasheed and Umar Johnson is the best we got as far as trying to do the work. And one of them is a scamming ass Hotep hustler. The other one, although he has done great works, although my introduction to consciousness was the Hidden Color series, and although I think it's great that, you know, he crowdfunded for a museum and actually built said museum, god damn it, as great as Tariq Nasheed is, we only got two to choose from, right?
Okay. Okay. Don't y'all got me? Y'all can hear me? I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was. Don't know what that was. All right, but we're gonna continue. We're gonna continue. Not sure what that was. But anyway, I hate when that happens. So he's talking about Tariq and Umar and come on, play. Okay. I appreciate y'all sticking with me. I don't know now. I don't know what happened. That's okay. So listen to this.
Chief who has influence over our community, right? And god damn it, Tariq Nasheed should, but Umar Johnson is kicking the dog shit out of him. Let's just call a spade a spade. I don't like Umar Johnson. I despise him. This stream is not to promote him in any way, shape, or form. I rock with Tariq on more ways than one. I think he does do a bit of grifting. You know, he has been a little flippy floppy with some of his rhetoric. But god damn it, if we're gonna compare Tariq Nasheed to Umar Johnson, then Tariq Nasheed is Malcolm X, Gandhi, and fucking everybody combined. If we're gonna compare Tariq Nasheed to Umar Johnson. But at the end of the day, as polarizing as this thumbnail is, as polarizing as this title is, Umar Johnson is beating the shit out of Tariq Nasheed. It's not even a fair fight. It's not even comparable. It's not even like, you know, they're right at each other's neck and one can pull ahead and overtake the other. He is lapping Tariq.
I'm going to fast forward a little bit as to why you want to know why he feels this way. So I'm going to fast forward because he does that for a few minutes.
Let's go over to YouTube. Let's look up
Umar Johnson interview. Let's go ahead and filter this by this year. This year alone, network, very large platform. He's got this Keen Consciousness channel that pushes out his stuff on the regular. I think they got at least a couple 100,000 subscribers. He's on another podcast here. Hardly Initiated. This is the podcast where I pulled up on him and called him a scammer to his face. Hold up. Where's Mike at? I know Mike's in here somewhere. Can I find me? Can I find me? Where I go? Where I go? Oh, wait. You know, I always keep the receipts on deck.
Well, the only reason why I mention people's actions is because you yourself exclusively date black, yet you're one of the biggest scammers in our community. It's been 12 years. And you still haven't.
Why you do me like that? Why you do me like that, bro?
Come on. He got the Prince of Pan-Africanism channel pushing his content on the regular.
So, okay, y'all kind of get it. Umar does a lot of interviews. And then after that, he looks up shortly. I'm going to fast find it. Then he looks up Tariq's interviews.
Watching street TV. Young folks ain't watching Pimp and Ken podcasts. Come on. Let's just call a spade a spade. In the battle of influence, Umar Johnson is wiping the floor with Tariq Nasheed. And I don't want it to be that way, which is why I'm shedding light on it. God damn it, I can't solve this problem, but I think collectively we might be able to do something about it if at least we first realize that we have a problem on our hands. The problem on our hands is this. If the closest thing we have to leadership in the black community in 2024 is Umar Johnson and Tariq Nasheed, and one of them is a scamming ass hotep hustler, and the other one's actually doing good work, but the one who's winning the battle of influence for the hearts and the minds of the youth of the future generations is the scamming ass Pan-African goofy, then there is something wrong. I hope you realize what I've come to realize.
Now, let me let you guys know. He says this is a battle. This is now a battle of clout, and whoever has the most clout is going to win. All right, and he's saying that Umar Johnson has more clout than Tariq. Let me say this. This is not necessarily a battle of clout. You don't lead people through clout. People don't follow what you say. People don't trust what you say because you are popular, because you got clout, because you have fame. That is not it. If you want your message to resonate with people, you need to have respect of the people. People need to respect you. You having clout or popularity does not mean people don't respect you. Now, I'm not going to say people don't respect Umar. I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to say that. But what he's doing is he's looking up all of Umar's interviews and saying, look at how many interviews Umar does in comparison to Tariq. Tariq barely does any interviews. So because Tariq doesn't do any interviews, he doesn't have that much clout. And because he doesn't have that much clout, he's not leading the youth. The youth are listening to these interviews with Lil Yachty. And if he's not doing an interview with Lil Yachty, then he's not leading the youth. That's his whole thing. Listen, my audio is okay. My audio is good. Okay, they're saying it's good. All right. The thing is, okay. The thing is that it's about respect. And I'm not saying Umar or Tariq. I'm not saying you should respect one and not the other. But it's about that. But we got to put this into context. If Tariq has his own Twitter account, which I don't think Umar does, or at least he's not active at all on his own Twitter. If Tariq has his own Twitter account and he does Twitter spaces and he can talk to thousands of people every night, and he has his own YouTube channel and he can talk to thousands of people anytime he gets on YouTube, he doesn't need to go on all of these interviews. Umar goes on these interviews because Umar doesn't have a YouTube account and Umar doesn't have a Twitter page to do Twitter spaces. So the only way Umar's message can get out, and they shut his Instagram live off, the only way his message can get out is if he does go on these other platforms. Now, I'm not saying that's right or wrong, but you can't say Tariq doesn't have any influence because he's not doing interviews when he doesn't have to the way Umar has to. And I'm not trying, this isn't a diss to Umar, but if he already has his own platform with hundreds of thousands of subscribers, why do I need to go? And Tariq does. He's been on No Jumper and all these other platforms. Why do I need to constantly keep going on these other platforms? The movement is not going to be led through interviews with Little Yachty. And that's not a diss. That's not a diss to Umar. I don't think that that's wrong for Umar to go and do an interview. I don't think that that's wrong. I'm not trying to disrespect Umar, but that is the case. So he says that, which doesn't really make any sense. It's just little. Yeah, he says that. So people come up, and then they start talking, and then this gets brought up. I want to fast forward to about right here.
Need some crowdfunding because we need extra security because we got ops and all this shit in the crowd and all that.
Hold on,
but my thing is, what the hell you need 50K for? To, you know what I'm saying? Like he's.
I'm gonna take it back just a little bit. This minute. Come on. Okay. Now, then he brings up guests to come up and speak, and then look at this
type of something in Washington D.C. or reparations, and like he want all us to donate like 50K to him and shit. I'm like to me, it just seemed like they got.
Wait, hold on. I didn't know anything about that. So he's asking for donations for the reparations rally?
Yeah. So he got ops and all this shit in the crowd and all that. But my thing is, what the hell you need 50K for? To, you know what I'm saying? Like he said he a self-proclaimed millionaire. So I'm trying to understand like why you need your fans' money. You out there in the mansion, motherfuckers, paycheck to paycheck. You know what I'm saying? Like,
let's just call a spade a spade. Now that I'm armed with this new information, Tariq Nasheed's a straight sellout. He is consciousness gone Hollywood. He literally lives in Hollywood. He's bougie with all the celebrities. Half the people on this roster are frauds that I've personally called out. This Afro elite dude is a Umar Johnson stan. Vicky Diller, don't get me started on the wig. This Hotep NOI dude, him and his mother got busted for Medicare fraud. So it's interesting how Tariq Nasheed platforms and promotes such strange individuals. And you're right, he's raising $50,000 for the Juneteenth reparations rally. Nigga, you are a millionaire. Nigga, you have a thriving business, not just by producing films, but also with your museum. Why do you need $50,000 to put together a rally?
That's what I'm saying. You should see how much they donated for that museum.
Now I want to say, this is some pocket watching man. He's sitting up there pocket watching the rally. He's just completely pocket watching the rally. And I wanted to say this to make this clear about the rally and about the movement and us in general. It is up to the community to empower the community. We are beyond the times where one person has to go in their own pocket and they have to fix every problem within the community, because the Nikes that he wears, he likes to wear Nike. Okay, he doesn't sit up there and be all like, well, Nike already has a lot of money. Why do I have to pay? When you go to a movie, you don't already say, well, Marvel Studios already has a lot of money. Why do I have to pay to see the movie? When you go to a concert, when you go see Kendrick, Beyonce, whoever you want to see, when you go see them, you pay. When it comes to entertainment, black people don't have an issue paying. Only when it comes to empowerment is it like, I don't understand why you charging so much money. Why can't you pay for it? When it comes to Gucci, when it comes to any clothes, any entertainment, any food, people be going on trips out the country. No, black people, and I'm not saying everybody, there is never an issue paying full price for anything. And this is really a symptom of white supremacy, because black people do this to only other black people. Only other black people. It don't matter. You go to a little Asian salon or whatever, you pay whatever they tell you to pay. You don't challenge the price on anything. When you go to these Arab gas stations and they charge you twice as much for a bottle of water, you don't challenge them for nothing. You pay. You either pay or you don't. That's it. When it comes to anything else, you pay it. Any other group of people, you pay it, and it's never challenged. It's not even challenged, and you pay the price. Only only when it comes to other black people is it like, oh God, that's how much you gonna charge? Everything when it comes to black people, you got this thing of anti-blackness in your mind. Like, you should be lucky I'm even doing business with you. I should get a discount for doing business with you. They don't dare say that to no Asian. They don't say it to a Hispanic. They don't say it to an Arab. They don't say it to a white person, but they say it every time to a black person. Now, when it comes to our empowerment, the rally, which is not being funded by a McDonald's or Sprite or a Coca-Cola, a big corporation, is not getting funded by that. It's not getting funded by Amazon. The government don't want us to have it anyway. So yes, we need the community to lock in so we can get it. If you all think that the whole first rally Tariq paid for, he paid the whole first time. So if y'all want to say, oh well, he should pay, he did the first time. If you want to say that he did the first time, should he have to do it every single time? Well, you already got money, so why can't now? If you was getting your a poster signed by a famous celebrity, they would charge you for an autograph. You wouldn't be all like, but you already got money, why do you need to charge me? They would just pay. Any non-black person, they pay, no problem. They pay, no question. And if you question, you might get your ass beat. But when it comes to a black person, it's all like, man, don't you get a lot of money? Why do I have to pay? That's the thing. Show me where your money is. Show me what you spend money on, and I can show you what you really care about. If you really care about your own empowerment, you would spend money on your own empowerment. You want a rally that you're going to for free, but the thing is that to set it up is going to take money. I hope y'all don't think that the big stage where people are going to get on and the microphone and the sound is going to be so loud, thousands of people in the back can hear it. I hope y'all don't think that anybody just has that in their basement and they can just whip it out. I hope y'all don't think that's free. I hope y'all don't think to have the porta potties there is free. I hope y'all don't think the travel expenses and the broadcasting and the advertisement is free. I hope y'all don't think that these things are free. I really hope y'all don't think that. All of the things that go into it, I hope y'all don't think that's free. And it shouldn't come out of his pocket. It came out his pocket the first time. It shouldn't come out his pocket every single time. So this is what he has to say. Then he disses me again. He disses me. He disses Vicky Dillard. He disses Riza Islam. He disses Dr. Mayat and Dr. Short. He does big up Marcel. And he kind of dismisses Black Alpha. He's all like, yeah, he's all right, whatever. He doesn't like big him up, but he doesn't diss him. He kind of just like dismisses him. Now, I'm gonna say this. Mike TV, and I'm gonna look at. I want you to see what he's known for, because I want to be fair. Let's be fair. Is if he's known for black empowerment and he's been standing on lineage business, like halfway qualified to speak on the lineage at all. As I'm talking to you, as I'm loading this thing up, I can't get this fast enough. Come on. Let me see. Okay, there we go. Now, as he's doing it, come on. Mike TV is not known for black empowerment. He's known for talking on the manosphere and pearly things and all of that. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I don't have an issue with that. I don't have a problem with you speaking on other issues that are not necessarily about like reparations or black. I don't necessarily have an issue with that. But I will say, and I'm gonna pull it up. It's acting a little slow right now. I'm gonna pull this up. The people he is criticizing have used their voice, have used their platform to speak on issues pertaining to black people for years. I haven't been on this for like 10 years, but I've been doing it for some years. He literally started speaking on black issues when he started dissing Umar a handful of months ago. This time last year, he did not have a pro-black platform. Now, that doesn't mean he was not speaking on black issues ever, that doesn't necessarily mean that. We can go to some of the most popular videos on here. When it goes to videos, let me show you. Come on. Let me show you. When it comes to video, let's go. We'll go with videos and then we'll go with lives because he does a lot of live streams. If this thing would start acting. Okay. Now it just said my audio was cut off. So if you can look here in popular, we're going to go to popular to find out what he's known for. So this is about Melanie King. This is Melanie King, Anton Daniels. So all of this stuff is Manosphere. Then he gets to, now mind you, look at the date. This is 3 months ago where he started talking about Umar Johnson. Then he starts using Tariq and talk about hip hop 3 months ago. All of this stuff is a year ago, 4 months ago. Then another one, King Riches. I'm not really sure who that is. That's a year ago. This is 3 months ago. That's 2 years ago. This is 11 months ago. 1 year. Now, I'm doing this to show you all that this is, oh, let me make it bigger. My bad. I'm doing this to show you all this is what his platform is. His platform is not a pro-black platform. He's only just been speaking on these black issues. He's only just been doing that. So when you sit up here and you want to sit up there and wave your finger at somebody and you want to diss somebody, you're going to have much higher credentials than you're new to this. Even if you were speaking on lineage business, you just started doing that. And you're speaking on a panel of people who everybody in that panel, whether you like them or dislike them, everybody in that panel has been speaking on black issues longer than Mike has. And Mike has contention with damn near everybody on that panel, except for 2 people. And he only likes one. I got to do this real quick. Hold on, y'all. Okay, I had to do that because the audio, it said the audio had thing. I had to reset it so that way you guys can hear. So as he's dissing the rally, that which I have an issue with, if you dislike somebody who's actually been doing things for black empowerment, you have to have some level of credential to even speak on that. He just started a few months ago dissing Umar because Umar don't like the fact he has an Irish baby mama. Y'all heard it from him, not me. His baby mama is Irish, and he don't like that. So he's been dissing Umar, and now he's gotten so bold to the point he thinks he can diss everybody and then just go scot-free, unchecked. He's being dethroned as we speak right now. As we speak right now, he's on live dissing me, and I got over twice as many people in here watching live. Make sure y'all subscribe if you're not subscribed, and hit that like button. And I got twice as many people because this is where credibility is. Let me show you guys. Come on, let me get this bigger. This is where credibility is because let me pause this. I know I'm doing a lot because for years since I started being Afro Elite and started this YouTube thing, I said, you don't have to take my word for anything. All you have to do is listen to the proof I show you, and you can make your own decision. I don't necessarily try to convince people of anything. I let people see what happened, and they make their own mind up. Anytime I've had an issue with somebody, I'm all like, y'all don't have to take my word for it. I have the clip of what happened. And that's why people don't really like to go head to head with me, because they know more than likely Afro has a clip. Now I'm speaking in the third person. I have a clip of what happened. I have proof or screenshots of what really happened from start to finish. I don't start in the middle of the video or in the middle of the interaction. I start from the beginning. This is what happened at this time, and then this is what happened all the way up until this point right here. And I have multiple videos or clips to show you, so you can trace the dots, you can connect the dots, and you can figure it out yourself. This is what gives people credibility, not just making up rumors and say, just take my word for it. So, continuing to play this. So after that, he continues dissing.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
And guys, no one's above reproach. I just call a spade a spade. My opinion is my opinion and mine alone. When I'm armed with this new information, my candid reaction is, this is some grifting shit. If
Yeah,
I was a multimillionaire and I'm really about doing a rally, I don't need to raise $50,000 to put on a hey, if anything, maybe I fund the rally and sell some tickets or sell some t-shirts or some concessions, but not me needing a GoFundMe to put on the rally. Where are they meeting? Are they meeting in a private venue, or is it somewhere? Hey, is it somewhere where I can pull up
now,
without paying for a ticket?
Another thing too, if you guys have been actually listening, you know the permit, they're being very tight on the rules as far as selling anything. We're constantly working on trying to sell t-shirts and all that stuff. They're not trying to let that happen. They're not trying to let that happen. So this is why, yeah, we do need some extra funding for this, because this is going to be bigger than the last time, and it cost a lot of money the last time.
Ticket. I mean, what's happening?
So I'm assuming it's like by the White House. I don't know the exact location, but I know it's somewhere like towards the White House. But he said he's not going to give the exact location until it's a little closer, because he don't want any ops pulling up. And I guess the last one he said there was a lot of weird shit going on, so he want
more people to come to a party at the Freedom Plaza too. What are we talking about? He needs $50,000 for people to meet up at the Freedom Plaza for a day filled with inspiration, empowerment, and celebration. It's going to be an impressive lineup of guest speakers, activists. This is not an impressive lineup. None of these people down here is really putting in the work, is really doing the shit, except for Marsalis Wallace. I bought his documentary called Tethers. I know he's doing some shit in politics. Marsalis Wallace is the only one that I know is on the up and up. I don't know who this is. I think that's Alpha something. I think he's halfway decent. Fraud. Don't get me started. And Rizza Islam is a gnome scammer. Him and his mom were literally indicted on a Medicare scam. So,
okay.
You know, it's just a strange company you keep. It's strange company you keep. All right. So, guys, when we say, well, maybe Tariq Nasheed's not motivated to try to attract the attention of the youth, it's, hey, he's very profitable just pandering to the older generation. He about to get $50K to have y'all meet up at the Freedom Plaza. And let me see what he's going to provide. Let me see if it says something about security, or, hey, family, I'm a big figure, so I need the NOI security and it costs money, or, you know, let's see if there's some justification for $50,000. What's the purpose? The Rally for Reparations Juneteenth celebration holds a special significance. Okay. Reaffirm our commitment to justice and equality. Okay. Why it matters, the impact. Okay. Oh, here we go. How the donations will be used. Here we go. All donations raised through our GoFundMe campaign will be meticulously allocated to cover the necessary expenses for staging and live event production, including stage and lighting construction, audio PA sound system, media promotion, talent and lecturer fees, travel and lodging for featured guests, security and other event-related expenses. Okay. I could see this totaling $50,000, but why does the community have to pay for their own reparations rally? I don't get that part.
I don't either.
If you
here's the thing, if you cared about, and that's now, at first he was all like, listen, in his own live, this man was all like, $50,000? Why? $50,000? That's way too much money. $50,000. And then when he looked in his own GoFundMe after he was done lying and quote unquote roasting in his own GoFundMe, he looked and he was all like, oh, I can see why it would be $50,000. I can see how all of these things can add up to $50,000. It would be more, to be honest, but I can see how all of this stuff would add up to be 50,000 after he was just saying 50,000 was too much money. 50,000 is way too much money. Then when he looks it up, he's all like, oh no, 50,000, yeah, that's appropriate. But why should we have to pay for it? Why shouldn't y'all have to pay for it? Why should y'all get everything for free? Y'all did the last time. Now, if Beyonce was coming to town, she's not doing nothing for free. She's not going to perform for y'all for free. Kendrick Lamar is not going to perform for free. Nobody y'all like is going to perform for free. Nobody, no artist, no celebrity. You can't go to a Cat Williams special and be like, Cat Williams, don't you already have a lot of money? Why are you charging me for your tickets? He's not going to perform for free. Dave Chappelle's not going to perform for free. Nobody else is going to perform for free at all, period. Okay? And we're not doing this because the speakers are taking in the money. We're doing this because this is the setup. All of this money is going to the setup. It's not going to our pockets. It's going to the setup so we can actually do the thing. That's what it's going to, which shouldn't be a problem for anyone who really does care about empowerment. But the thing is that he doesn't really care about empowerment. He doesn't. He makes videos about the manosphere, really following behind Jason Black, because everything Jason Black said, when he said the thing about pearly things, then he wanted to say it. When he pretty much follows behind that. Then when that started to die down, then he started to get on to Umar. Then he started to get on to Tethers. And then when that started, he just makes video series after series. And then when the views start to die down, then he moves on to another subject or another person. That's it. He doesn't care about empowerment. He doesn't. And anybody who has an issue with the rally, y'all don't really care about empowerment like that either. Because if y'all don't want to go, don't go. But why are you sitting up there sabotaging? This is why I'm saying this is the hater in the movement who's literally willing to sabotage the whole thing. Every single time, it's first off an election year and we're about to launch a big project, you have people who just come out of nowhere and they start to try to defame your character. It's character defamation. Out of nowhere, when you're about to launch, and just keep in mind the pattern. Let me get this off the screen so I can really, keep in mind the pattern. When people are about to launch a big project, let's say Tariq's rally, for an example, all of a sudden you're going to have people who never had an issue with him before. Now they have this big issue, and they're going on this jihad, this war, to defame his character. Every single time something productive is going on, then all of a sudden you have people who now have this big issue with this person, and they're going on a campaign to completely derail everything that person was about to do. And this happens every single time you see something productive about to happen. When you got a documentary coming out, then you got somebody putting crazy allegations on you. You got a rally coming out, then you got somebody putting crazy allegations. You got an event coming out, then you got somebody putting crazy allegations out there. And their allegations don't really make that much sense. It really don't make that much sense. He's sitting up there saying, why should the community pay? Why should the community not pay? I thought this was group economics here. Isn't this what group economics is supposed to be? Everybody putting in, everybody pinching in. Group economics is not supposed to be the person who has the most money foots the bill. That's not what group economics is supposed to be. You don't go to a restaurant, you go into the restaurant with your family, and you make the person with the most money pay for the whole family. That's not what you do. You say, well, I had this, you had this, you had this. We're either all going to split the bill and divide it evenly, or we're going to pay for what we ate. We're not going to sit there and be all like, well, you just got a new job, so you should be able to afford it, so you should pay for my food, her food, his food, her food. That's not how you do. That's not the way a group is supposed to act with each other. And you don't see other pocket watching haters in other groups of people. Only when it comes to our group, only when it comes to black folk, do you ever see anybody you already got money. Okay, that's good for him. And I hope he get more money. And I hope I get money. And I hope you get money. I hope you get money. But you're sitting up there hating because you're a loser. He's a loser. He's a stupid ass loser. Let me show you something. His name is not even an original name. Come on, don't do that, laptop. Come on now. Look at this. Do y'all know Spike TV? Spike TV actually used to be a channel. Instead of Spike, this is how original this guy is. Instead of, Google what I'm saying. Don't take my word for nothing. Instead of Spike TV, he uses the same font in everything. The same font in everything. While he's talking about Afro Elite, that sounds like a Pan-African name. You should change the name. As he's dissing my name, he changes his name from Spike TV, or the channel Spike TV, to Mike TV. I'm talking about the same font. I'm talking now. I don't know if a lot of people know that because it was a thing. I don't think the channel is still around anymore. A lot of people might not know that. You can Google this right now and you can find that out. You can Google this image right now and find it out. Okay. He changing from Spike. Oh, I got one. My name is Mike. That runs with Spike. So Spike TV. I'll go and change my thing to Spike TV. So creative. I am so creative. This is a loser who's constantly making content dissing people because he really don't have smart things to say. Mike is not really a smart person. Not really smart, which is fine. Everybody don't have to be smart. Everybody doesn't have to be smart. We need our special people in our group. Everybody doesn't have to be smart. But here's the thing. If you're not going to be smart, which you don't have to be, like he's not. If you're not going to be smart, then just stay in the lane of unsmart people. Stay in that lane. Don't step into the lane and try to disrupt things that progressive and intelligent people are doing when you're a dumbass and he can't make his own content. He's a pocket watching, hating, jealous dumbass. Listen to this. Now, this is another clip. Okay, where he's bringing people on, and mind you, he has his subscriptions to where you can only comment in his chat room if you're subscribed to his channel. And even though he has that on, he still got people going in and saying, hey, man, I don't really know about this one, man. He has multiple people. When he tried to check me, multiple people was in his chat room like, nah, man, Afro be standing on business. I don't know if you can say all that stuff about him. Listen to this. So at first it was the rally. Now check this out.
My way, Mike. That's naturally like, but to say that he all the way pimping us out. What? Okay, the message with what you. How much of the message do you disagree with him overall? His message.
I don't disagree with his message. I think that he's pandering to his base to give us feel-good sentiments.
Oh, you don't think he believe in it? You don't think he believe in it?
Pandering doesn't mean you don't believe. Pandering just means you know what your audience wants, and you're going to give your audience wants. You're going to give the audience what they want. He knows that everybody was talking about hip-hop and the origins of hip-hop, so he comes up with a microphone check film. And the only reason I'm critiquing his film is because of the exorbitant ticket prices when the film was crowdfunded by the people and he overshot his goal. There's no reason for you to have a $29 ticket price unless you just want to bolster your bottom line. That seems a bit selfish. That's the point. It seems a bit selfish. That's cost prohibitive. I already pulled up the theater tickets.
So now he's sitting up there going on to microphone check, and he's all like, why are these tickets $29? Why are these? You crowdfunded the thing, and the tickets are that much money. Why are the tickets that much money? That's a scam. Listen. Okay. This is pocket watching to the highest degree. I'm gonna let him finish before I fully address it, but this is pocket watching to the highest degree.
Which should be, that's literally the birthplace of hip hop, right? Every other theater that the movie is screening at has a bunch of empty seats. All the gray spots are the bought tickets, the rest are the empty ones. So I'm saying, hey, if the message is microphone check and standing on culture and lineage, then why make it cost prohibited to where it's not going to reach the masses? That's my point. You get it?
Nah, see there, like I get you.
Now, here's the thing.
I'm not.
Let me break this down. When it comes to a crowdfunding, most of the time, crowdfunding goes to the advertisement and the setup and stuff like that. The distribution between the movie or whatever, you do have to pay for the movie. It's a lot that goes into a movie that you probably don't know of. As far as not just, and a lot of people can say if they know about movies, most of the money for a budget for a movie is not actually going into the movie. It's also going into the advertisement, is going into the distribution of said movie. It has to go into the distribution of said movie. He's saying, why are the tickets so high? Well, number one, these are not, you can't really just go to your local AMC or Marcus Theater. You can't really just go into, these are not the regular movie theaters. These are like, forgetting the term for it, but these are not regular movie theaters where you go to see Spider-Man. These are like the actual film theaters where people go to show private films. And in those theaters, and every single time in those theaters, when people show their private films, they're around that much money. That's how much money it would cost for them to get in there. Okay, so it's not like Tariq had an option to make it $5 and he's all like, you know what, I'm gonna make it $30. That's not really what it is. He's showing, and Tariq has also been talking about hip hop for some years now, way before. He's been talking about hip hop before he was even making this movie. So he's showing the ticket prices. I mean, the ticket seats. He's cherry picking different theaters that don't have a lot of tickets sold yet. Now, mind you, the movie is like past 10 days. It's like another week or so. So you're going to get more ticket sales in that time. That's just how it is. And it's a documentary. I'm going to be very honest. It is a documentary. It's not like this is some big catastrophic Avengers thing where everybody... No, it's a hip-hop documentary. Okay? To be very honest, people don't go to the theater to see documentaries. So when people actually show a documentary in a theater and they can sell, that's a very impressive feat, because that's a feat that most people can't do. Most people don't show documentaries in theaters at all. Most people, if they make a private documentary, they lease it or they try to sell it to Amazon or whatever, or because I know somebody who did. I'm not sure exactly if it was like you're leasing to them or whatever. They go through that route. Or they try to put it on Hulu. They try to put it on a streaming service. Most people, to be honest with you, to my knowledge, besides Tariq and Jason Black, have not put out a documentary in a movie theater and had a bunch of people go buy the ticket, actually. Now, New York City is already sold out. He's already got multiple theaters with huge ticket sales. Is every single place sold out? No. But I want you to keep this in mind. We still got another week and some change. We got over 10 days left until the actual showing of the movie. So in the course of that time, people are going to buy more tickets. But look at how he's pocket watching. Let me take it. Let me get it back up there. Look at that, y'all.
I can't even argue that point because I'm listening to you the whole time. And I'm like, okay, you literally have good points when it comes to that. At the end of the day, if the message is getting...
You only have good points if you don't know how money works. If you don't know how film works. If you don't know all of these things. Now, because I've looked up theaters to put movies in or whatever. I've looked that up. So I understand the pricing of these theaters. I understand all of this stuff. So when I'm saying this is not like your regular Batman movie, this isn't like that.
I think if the prices were $10 or $15, there would be
free. It should be free. It should be
Okay.
free.
Okay.
Why
Hey,
should
and I
I
why
get you.
should
I
it
get
be
you.
free? These broke ass niggas want everything for free. Now, when it comes to anything else, entertainment, you wouldn't go to no Kendrick Lamar concert. You wouldn't go to Beyonce. You wouldn't go to Cal Williams. You wouldn't go nowhere else and ask for anything for free. You wouldn't go nowhere else and ask for nothing for free. Only when it comes to a black person doing something productive is it like, damn, why ain't it free though? And that lets you know how much people care about empowerment, because if somebody cares about empowerment, they don't care how much it costs. They will pay it.
I get you.
No.
I get you.
Hey,
But then that's the argument.
Hold on. I'm not even saying
Mhm.
it should be free. I'm just saying it should be the standard movie going rate. I'm not even saying free. I'm saying still charge, but $10, $12, not no
I'm
$20.
beyond the movie rate to where, like, if you getting the money from the grassroots originally from what you said, I'm literally agreeing with you to where, like, okay, maybe you overcharging. So like I'm not arguing that with you. Like, this dude been mainstream a long time ago. So we're like, the only reason why I even hit your channel, bro, is literally say like this, everything what he talks about, we already know. The people who didn't follow him. Just how the way I follow you, everything that I'm following, everything about you, everything I want to know. Even with your indigenous background, I want to know that everything about you. So we're like, the people who get the message across, as long as the
Indigenous to Europe.
message is getting across, if you want to call him, making too much money, being greedy, whatever you want to say, that's fine. That's fine. I'm not disagreeing with that, bro. I'm not.
The problem is his message should be reaching the youth, and it's not. And the only reason it's not reaching the youth is because he doesn't care to reach the youth, because he's just focused on lining his pockets. It's very dangerous that the one who has control over is because Tariq Nasheed is not engaging in competition for the hearts and the minds of the youth. He's just pandering his existent
Do you
base.
think the majority of youth is pan-African?
Yes,
Africanist?
absolutely yes. But yes, I'm 29 years old. People under 30 don't even know what the fucking FBA is, but they know what Pan-African is. I think we all come from Africa and we be one, and Africans are our brothers and sisters. Yes.
You think the majority of black men and black girls know what pan-Africanism is?
Under 30, yes. They know Umar Johnson. That's what I'm saying. They know Umar Johnson, and Umar Johnson is the prince of Pan-Africanism. So if they know Umar Johnson,
What is this following? What is this following?
this man doesn't even have social media, and he's killing the following influence streams. But
Now let me address that real quick as I'm pulling something else up. I'm gonna address that real quick. As far as the youth, I strongly would disagree with that. I would strongly disagree with that. You're seeing more than ever black people actually appreciating and coming to acknowledgement of what you're seeing. This is what you're seeing. Okay? You're not the whole Pan-African stuff. You're actually seeing the youth not really say that. You're actually seeing the youth say, no, actually, we're not from Africa. So his message of Umar's message is not really resonating. And I'm not trying to disrespect Umar, but it's not really hitting with the people like he keeps saying it is. I wish these clips would stop playing around. No, come on. I want to show this one thing. I don't know. This laptop is tripping a little bit, though. I'm going to just continue to play this real quick because this is loading up.
Before Tariq Nasheed got banned, and he had over 700.
Hold on. 250,000 on YouTube. Tariq might have 500,000 on Twitter. Umar Johnson does not manage any social media pages, and he still, just last week, was speaking at a college of young black people. Umar the week before that was on Nick Cannon's podcast. Umar the week before that was on Little Yachty's show. Umar the week before that was on The Breakfast Club. Umar is getting the clout with the youth. The biggest influencers to the youth is called the AMP House. Kai Cenat is one of them. Kai Cenat has 20 million subscribers. Umar just collaborated with the AMP House.
And you literally saying right now on a live show that Tariq is getting out to the youth.
Hey,
What's up?
Here's what I'm saying. They know me.
Kendrick, none of them not making music right now, literally.
Time out. They
Because the grass.
Time out. They call me the king of receipts. So let's
listen to this.
Let's look up Tariq Nasheed and let's filter it by this year. Let's filter it. So Tariq Nasheed went on Street TV. Tariq Nasheed went on In Context. That channel doesn't even have 10,000 subs.
Y'all, my bad. I don't know why I keep doing that, but it's been doing that a couple times. It's okay though. I'm here. Let me say this. And this is why I'm making this, because we have a very important rally coming up. The reparations movement is very important. We don't need to entertain. Now, as far as me going back and forth with him, no, he's been exposed. He ran across me one time. I let him slide with making that diss because it's really nothing to go back and forth with. He really don't got no receipts. I showed y'all receipts. I showed y'all emails and all that. He really doesn't have anything. But now he's sitting up there trying to disparage the movement. And I want this to be a learning lesson for everybody to understand. When things come up, you're going to see a lot of people who seem like they were riders, because a lot of people are like, Mike, I can't believe it. I thought you were cool. You're going to have a lot of people who seem like they were cool, who seem like they were riders, who seem like they were with the movement, who seem like they were for black empowerment. All of a sudden, just out of the blue, for little to no reason, and the reason that they give you is very shaky, is very wishy-washy. It doesn't fully add up. Nobody's acting in character in this scenario, and if you question their scenario, they're going to get upset and they're going to gaslight you. You're going to see, and I'm not just talking about this incident, I'm talking about this incident and other incidents and incidents that we've seen in the past. Anytime something is coming up in the movement, you have these agents just pop up out of nowhere, and next thing you know, I have an issue with this. Where's the money going? Just 4 months ago, you didn't have a problem. 4 months ago, these people didn't have a problem. Now these people are mortal enemies for really no reason. But the thing is, they do have a reason. The reason that they have is not the reason that they're telling you that they have. Just like with Mike. The reason why Mike has an issue is not the reason Mike is telling you he has an issue. The reason when he was mad at Umar is not the reason he said he was. The reason he's mad is because he has an Irish baby mama. What he said. He said he has an Irish baby mama. All right. That's the reason. You're going to have a lot of people pop up and they're going to tell you reasons why they're mad. Pay close attention to what I'm about to say. Not just Mike. I'm just going to say that right there. Not just Mike, but this can pertain to other situations as well. You're going to have people who come up out of nowhere seemingly, and next thing you know, they have this big issue with something in the movement, and they can't fully articulate what that issue is. Their issue is choppy. Their issue got a bunch of time skips to it. They don't want to start in the beginning. They want to start somewhere in the middle. They don't want to say what they did. They just want to say what the other person did. Or they want to say, oh, I don't know where the money's coming from. Oh, they saw the truth all of a sudden. It's a lot of this. This happens all of the time in movements. This is not a new thing. This happens all of the time, and we have to be aware of this. This is what this person does. I'm not just making this about Mike. Who the hell is Mike? Mike is irrelevant. I'm not making this about Mike. I'm making this about the principle of haters, of people who are jealous, of clout chasers, and of agents. All of these people are in the same group together as far as their agenda to sabotage this movement. Now, their motive for it might be very different, but the agenda, the ultimate agenda is the same, irregardless. Now, for some people, yeah, it's a lot of people. Remember, when we were crowdfunding for the museum, the second Tariq said, hey, I'm going to put out in the museum, it was a bunch of people, oh, that's a scam, that's a scam, that's a scam, no, that's a scam. Okay. And then when he did it, oh, well, I don't like it. They're looking for a reason to hate, because the reason that they're telling you they're hating is not the reason that they're hating. That's what it is. And as adult, you should be able to figure that out by now. Now listen to this. A lot of people were saying, Zesty, I don't know what's going on with this guy right here. Now my laptop's kicking me in and out. I don't know why, so I don't like it doing that. I don't like it doing that. I think it's StreamYard. I don't think it's my laptop. I think it's StreamYard. But I want to show you something that I found to be incredibly disturbing. Let me show you. Where is it? Hold on. This right here. This is him, not me. This is him, not me.
You are. What is it like?
Okay. This is from his own channel, and you can go to his channel right now. He sped it up. I kind of slowed it down a little bit so you can understand. He sped this up. Okay. Listen to this. This is the guy who's sitting up there dissing everybody in the movement. This guy. Hit in the title, and I did it so you can see the title. Mike TV exposed. He likes male booty. I swear to you, this is his own title. I'm not editing anything. This is his own title. Mike TV likes male booty. Okay, so he likes male booty and Irish women. That is what he likes. Male booty and Irish women. This is what he has said himself. Listen to this. Come on, play.
I'm known kind of as a local celebrity. I'm known as the booty warrior. I take booty. Booty is more important than water. Booty is more important than food. Booty is more important than breathing. And let's just say I came across you and I must have your booty. So we can do this the easy way or the hard way. It's up to you.
You gay. Your nigga's a gay. Nigga gay. That's gay. Don't find any of this gay at all. Okay.
Oh, no, Mike, say it ain't so. You gay. We caught you in 4K. How are you going to explain this away? Ever since I've exposed Melanie King, not just exposed her, but provided documentation that she let her husband sued her for stealing her daughter's YouTube channels, rebranding them as the Melanie King channel, and stealing over $100,000 on the corporate credit cards. Ladies and gentlemen, I've had these YouTube streets on fire. Now they've sent the corona. That's an art deflection. When one wants to deflect, what do? They try to change the subject. So now the subject is supposed to be Mike's sexual orientation. Now the subject is supposed to be these clips floating around. Anybody who's sharing that clip around, have you noticed that they're not saying where they got that clip from? Now, why would they share a clip of Mike and not say where they got the clip from? Oh, because if people knew where they got the clip from, then that would destroy the narrative they're trying.
Listen, y'all just heard this. He said he's 29 years old. Y'all just heard him say, y'all literally just heard him say he's up there flirting with some Filipino man. He's on a platform and he's flirting with a Filipino man and he's recording it and putting it on his platform. This is a man getting up there, acting zesty, flirting with another man on his platform, and his response is, wait, y'all not even going to ask where you got the clip from? Dude, it don't matter where they got the clip from, to be very honest with you. It doesn't matter where you got the clip from, you flirting with another grown man. Well, hold on. They didn't tell you what channel it was on. What channel would that action be acceptable? What channel would that action be acceptable? Now it get worse. He tries to explain this away, and it gets worse. Listen to this.
Trying to craft. Because you see, guys, I used to do a live dating show where we'd have some jokes, we'd do some trolling, we'd interview some ladies, men alike. And during that live dating show, I have something called the Wheel of Fortune. You can pay $10 to spin the wheel, and it lands on a different man. Like in Kevin Samuel's ladies go after the chunky chicks, the cougars, etc., etc. And there's even an off-menu item called Zesty Time, where for $20, I would talk to some people who looked pretty damn zesty to see if I can troll them and create some good entertainment. And you know what? For $50, we entered into Super Zesty Time, where I even pretended to be a zesty individual myself. Oh boy, this is my audience, right? Content. I don't want you to know where they got the clip from, but I want you to know where they got the clip from, and I'll show you exactly where you can find it to this day. You see, if you go to my YouTube homepage, you scroll down to multiple playlists, you'll see a playlist right here called Live Dating Show. If you go to a video within the playlist called Stupid Bimbo Tries to Me to Me and Fail Miserably, go ahead and click onto that video. And if you go to about the 3 hour and 5 second mark, you see we enter into Zesty Time. We even play our Zesty Time theme song music, right? Oh, and then here the clip begins. So you're telling me people are sharing around a 2-minute clip of a 3 hour and 42-minute live stream. Guys, context is important, and this is where you can find the context because the video is still public.
Get this off the screen. I apologize for that, y'all. I just felt that y'all needed to know who this person is. I'm like, look, first off, listen. This man said Zesty Time. This man said Zesty Time. This man is doing what the hell? Okay. This dude. See, this is. No offense, and I know we got some. I know we have some. I know we do. But there's something going on with the mixed people in 2024. There's something going. Y'all need to come and really like have a conversation to talk about like what is going on, because 2024, y'all mixed folks is not looking good. It's not looking good. I mean, you just had Drake like last week. Now you got Mr. Zesty Time. Zesty Time. Mr. Zesty Time. This man said, oh no, hold on. The clip of me flirting with another man, you guys don't understand where you guys got it from. That was during Zesty Time. That's what he said. Oh no, hold on. But wait. They didn't. Okay, you see me flirting with another dude, but did you know about the $20 though? Did you know about the $20? That's why I was doing it. For $20. I was doing it for $20 though. Listen, I understand gas is expensive. Times is tough. Eggs is expensive. You know, I understand all that. I do. It ain't never that bad. This man is literally a YouTube prostitute. He said, spin the wheel and I'm going to do whatever. You give me $10. You don't know what I'm going to do for that $10. He said, for $50. I'm going to act zesty. Not only am I going to do a thing where I'm inviting zesty people on my platform, he says for $10, you can watch me flirt with another man for $50. Dude. And I don't, to be very honest with you, I don't think he was charging $50. I don't think he was charging $50. I think a good $25 was probably the most. I think he was doing it for much less. You talk about as a grown man, almost 30 years old, older than me, almost 30 years old, is on a platform flirting with another man, taking the clip of him flirting with another man and putting it on his own platform, okay, and saying that this is we're just doing a dating show called Zesty Time, and I'm just going on. say, I'm the booty warrior and I want male booty. That's what he said. I'm not making that up. I want you to see again. The title he named this. The title he named this, Mike TV exposed. He likes male booty. Mike TV exposed. He likes male booty. Okay. Y'all tell him. I don't know if he's still live right now. Please tell him he needs to explain this ASAP. He needs to explain this ASAP. He says, I like you and I want you. So we can do this the easy way or the hard way. The choice is yours. And he only needed $20. All he needed was $20. You can't pay a single bill. You can't pay your phone bill. You can't pay the light bill. You can't pay nothing. Nowadays, you can barely get some gas with $20. He said, for $20, you gonna see me do some crazy stuff for $20. Hey, now he gonna try to roast me. He gonna try to roast. The king of receipts has been dethroned. He don't got no receipt. I ain't never do nothing like this at all. Period. At all. Talking about some. This is if you spin the wheel, you might get lucky, fellas. Hell no, dude. Look. Let's let him live in his truth. Let's let him live in his truth. A lot of people suspected it anyway. This is a bald 20-year-old who's he's moist. But let's let him live in his truth. But if that's your truth, why are you doing it for $20 though? That's just what makes you look bad. If that's what you do, you don't have to record yourself and saying you're doing it for the money. Now, he wants audits on Umar. Watch this, y'all. He wants audits on Umar. He's pocket checking Tariq. He's watching everybody else's money, everybody else's pockets. And he's getting money to flirt with niggas. Not, oh, no, my bad. Not niggas, because this is an Asian dude. He's getting money to flirt with Asian men. Okay? The Asian dude isn't even flirting back. The Asian dude's just laughing. And he's like, yeah, I want your booty. I want your booty. This is what he's saying. While he's pocket watching everybody else. And he's getting paid to hit on niggas. Hit on people. Okay? And talk about how he likes male booty. That's how he's getting. See, this is why he's mad. And I'm breaking all this stuff down. The king of receipts. If you beat a king, don't that make you the new king? So if he was, and he claims he's the king of receipts, don't that make me now the king of receipts? I don't know if this is going along like the Game of Thrones thing where it gets passed down to his son by his Irish woman, or if I beat the king, if I'm the king. I'm not sure exactly how that works. But I think if you beat the king, that make you the king. And if this is not a receipt, I don't know what is. This is why he's mad. He's mad at Umar because he has an Irish baby mama. You heard it. You heard it here. Not me saying it. You heard him say that. You heard him say that, right? That's why he's mad at Umar. Why is he mad at Tariq? He's mad at Tariq because Tariq has the respect of the people enough to galvanize people so he can launch projects like Microphone Check, like the Rally for Reparations, or his other Hidden Colors movies, or the museum, or other projects he has working on. He's mad because Tariq has enough respect among the people so the people can actually pay so they can do that, because they have known him for so long and he has such credibility and respect among the people, he can do that. Mike TV is mad because he's desperately trying to make ends meet. He's mad because he has to flirt with men for money. He's gay for pay, which is, hey, we're not hating on the LGBT or whatever he is, queer or whatever he is, because look, I'm gonna say this. This might be mean, but it's the truth. I don't care who say it ain't. It's the truth. A heterosexual man is not going to be gay under any circumstances. Okay, I just gotta say it. This ain't hating. These are just what the universal rules are. A heterosexual is not going to be homosexual under any circumstances. I don't care if he's just joking. I don't care if it's for money. I don't care if it's for the project. No. Hey, no. Under no circumstances is a heterosexual man going to do that at all. If he does do that, he's really not that straight. He might be, if he do that. Because heterosexual men don't feel comfortable doing that. You would never see me doing no stuff like this. It would just, but they would hurt your spirit to do that. You would just, it's like a nerve that would be all like, I can't be doing all that now. You would just, it is not, no diss to the men who do. Now, I'm not trying to be homophobic or anything. I'm just saying, if they're gay, they're gay. Okay. They're just gay, and that's on them. That's their life. Okay, cool. We ain't dissing that. I'm just saying, speaking as a heterosexual, I'm just speaking on our heterosexual black male community. We don't do that. That's not not dissing them, but we don't do that. I'm just saying that, all right? Because it would just bother us too much to the point where our brains couldn't we can't. We just can't do that. Our manhood is too valuable for us to do that. It don't matter how much money you paying us. It don't matter if it's a joke. Anytime you see a dude and he got like a wig on and he's got a dress on and it's a joke, it's not really a joke. There's a little bit of truth behind jokes. It's a little bit of truth behind every joke. If a dude got a wig on and he's sitting up there, y'all see skits like that all the time where dudes be dressing as girls and they be pretending to be girls jokingly. It's not as much of a joke as y'all think it is. And I'm not dissing. I'm just letting everybody, let's just tell the truth. Let's just tell the truth. No shade. Let's just tell the truth. If a heterosexual black, now he's mixed, so I don't know what his brain work a little different. A heterosexual black man, okay, because his DNA is black. Black people have the dominant DNA, so his DNA is black. So a heterosexual black man, you can't get us to do something gay for $20. $20 is never that bad. $20. And this man is talking about, I like male booty. That's some white people shit. I don't know who he grew up around, which side did he grow up with, his black side or his white side? Because I'm gonna be honest, and this no diss, no shade thrown at all, none. White people tend to joke like that. White males tend to joke like that a lot. White males tend to make a lot of homoerotic jokes. They're always joking about kind of being gay. That's something that you see in white society. That's not something you see in black society, especially FBA. You don't really see a bunch of FBA brothers joking about being gay. Because if one dude make a joke, everybody gonna kind of give him the side eye. Ain't nobody gonna laugh like, oh, you said you're gay. Everybody like, what? You what? That's how we would react. It's like that white side to be all like, guys, I would do anything for $50. Oh, ha, ha, ha. Like that's kind of them coming out a little bit. Look, and I'm not trying to shame nobody. I'm not trying to shame. Live your truth. Live your truth. Don't lie about it. Live your truth. I'm just saying. I mean, and I don't think this is an act two. I think he's very serious. Look at how serious he was with it. He didn't stop. He didn't take a break. It looked like he said this to men all the time.
Like the Philippines, Thailand. Listen. I'm just going to get straight to the point, okay? Here in the US of A, I'm known kind of as a local celebrity. I'm known as the booty warrior. I take booty. Booty is more important than water. Booty is more important than food. Booty is more important than breathing. And let's just say I came across you and I must have your booty. So we can do this the easy way or the hard way. It's up to you.
You gay. That nigga's a gay. Nigga, you gay. That's gay.
And his excuse to that was y'all don't know where the clip came from. His excuse to that was, but y'all don't know about the $20 though. I really needed $20 that day, and I just gonna do whatever it takes for the $20. He might need to start it. Somebody said does he have an OnlyFans? I don't know about that. I don't know. I don't know about that. He might. I don't know. Mike TV. That sounds like a. It sounds like it would be something he would name his OnlyFans. Follow Mike TV on OnlyFans. It sounds like something. I mean, when you come at people such as Umar, Tariq, me, Rizza, Vicky Dillard, when you come at people who've spoken on Black empowerment, when you come at people, whether you agree or disagree with certain things that they say, certain things that I say, when you step to us and try to call us frauds and try to call us out, you have to have some level of credibility to counter all of the credibility that we have rightfully gained doing what we have done. You can't sit up there and be talking about you want to get on a male's butt 4 months ago, and then you sit up there calling other people frauds when you was just you were gay for pay. You were a YouTube prostitute. You were having people spin the wheel, and they was doing whatever they wanted to do with you. That's a prostitute. Those type of workers, those ex-workers, good for them. Make your money, queen. Make your money. But look, when you make your money as a stripper, and I ain't got nothing wrong with it. I ain't got nothing wrong with it. Shout out to them. They making their money, okay? When you do that, just don't hate on us. For us, we don't got to do that. We don't have to do that to make money. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to get banned by bullying. I'm not trying to be hateful or anything, but I'm just saying him and the other queens can just be quiet. That's all I'm saying. Just don't. I'm sure he's still on live right now laying on his stomach. He's laying on his stomach dissing me, which is why he don't show his face anymore. He doesn't show his face anymore because first off, he's bald. He's not even 30. He's bald. And he lays on his stomach a lot. You can kind of hear. He lays on his stomach a lot. That's why he takes like long. He kind of tries to be dramatic, but that's because he can't really breathe properly. If you listen to him, and I'm not saying you shouldn't, but if you listen to him, it sounds like he's laying on his stomach. I want you to look at this clip again. I hate to show it to you. I really do hate to show it to you. But in this clip, he might be laying on his stomach right here. Like, it looks like he's in full character. It looks like he's in full character. He got the laptop. It looked like he lay on his stomach. It looked like he got his feet in the air. It looked like this. He probably do the whole thing. This dude, this half nigga said zesty time. Hold on, no, y'all don't understand. That was zesty time. That don't count. I'm only gay on the weekends. Hold on, no, but it was a leap year, so that don't count. I'm still straight, damn it. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, look. Tell him he needs to explain this. I don't know if he's still doing his thing because he does like 4, 5 hours, 6 hour streams. I don't be doing no 4, 5 hour, 6 hour streams. Nah, we ain't gonna do all that. Somebody tell him he needs to explain that. Don't hate on somebody because they don't gotta be zesty for money. Don't do that. You don't gotta do that. Mike TV after Spike TV. How original. How original. The crown is off Mike TV. He is first off, nobody called him the king of receipts. He just keeps calling himself the king of receipts. But now he can't even call himself the king of receipts anymore. Now he can't even call himself the king of receipts anymore. Not at all. That's a shame. That's a shame. Let me address some of the cash apps before we get out of here. I shout out to Antithesis, Black Mustang on Code and Gatekeeping, and Russell. Shout out to Mini FBA, Christopher, Miss Incognito, and Blueberry Muffin. Shout out to every single last one of y'all. And let me get to some of the super chats. I got to scroll all the way up for super chats. Get this off the screen. Unoriginal ass. Hey, look. Don't say I'm homophobic. I'm just saying be honest. If you're gonna be gay, don't be a hating gay. That's all I'm trying to say. We got some of the our brothers and sisters who in that community, okay, but just don't be a hater. That's all I'm saying. Don't be hating. Don't be hating. Don't do that. Shout out to Larry, Anything Goes LLC, for the super chat. Says, this Mike TV is nothing but a hater. Most of his content has no substance and sounds like a 19-year-old college frat boy. And that's the thing. With a lot, and we might have to do another thing with mixed people. They can't really get that frat boy. They have this frat boy mentality with them. There was another super chat all the way up here. I don't know if I can find it. Who sent that? Who sent that? I'm trying to find it. It used to save it. I don't know why it doesn't save anymore. Okay, here we go. Yeah, a lot of them have that frat boy mentality. Shout out to CK Mystique. Shout out to CK Mystique. Mike TV used to go by Mr. Real Ill Estate, but when that grift didn't work, he had to rebrand. He's always trying to do that. He's always trying to do that. Thank you for that. He's always trying to do that. It was the Manosphere stuff, then it was Umar, then he's talking about tethers, now he's talking against Tariq. And he's always doing that. I mean, he'll do anything for money. Anything at all for money. If he's live right now, if I gave him $25, he would stop his live stream. I bet he would. It says, Jonathan, shout out to Jonathan. Umar is looked at as a joke. What the? Yeah, the thing is that all that Pan-African stuff, and I'm not trying to really throw shade, but I'm just going to be honest. That Pan-African stuff is not like, just because somebody is on a platform and says something, does that mean that the youth is going to just believe it just because they saw somebody saying it in an interview? And I'm not saying everything that Umar says is not true. I'm not saying that he should not be listened to in any circumstance, but you can't say Umar has the youth on lock because of Little Yachty. You can't say because he did an interview with Little Yachty, and then you don't even know where those views are really coming from. You can't say that most of those views are younger viewers. You don't know what age demographic those views are coming from. But you're saying he got the youth on lock because of Little Yachty. No, Little Yachty don't even got the youth on lock. What is he talking about? Was there another one? Was there another one? Okay. Okay. I think, yeah, I got it. And then there was one, let me see. Oh boy. One more. All right. Shout out to DJ Trillist. DJ Trillist says, FBA people got $20 for you lame ass tether. Yeah, hey. And he sends 22. Sends 22. Y'all, he needs help. He needs help. He's desperate. He's desperate, alone, kind of gay, and he's got an Irish baby mama. All of that stuff is receipts. I pulled all of that stuff up. Receipts. And the thing is that he can do whatever he wants to do. But don't try to disrupt the movement. Don't try to, right now when we got sensitive stuff, important stuff going on, you're having a channel which is spewing negativity on the movement, on the rally, on an event. Don't do that. Because you're doing that and it's disrupting the momentum of the movement because you have to do gay stuff for money. So you're hating because you got to do gay stuff for money and Tariq don't got to do that. So now you're sitting up there like, oh, why is he got to do the rally? Why has he got to do the rally in the first place? What is all with all this microphone check and all this stuff? All of this stuff he's doing because he's hating because Tariq don't got to do no gay stuff. Shout out to our good brother Hurricane for the super sticker. I appreciate you. Eric Johnson says Mike TV is the Mighty Morphin Pussy Power Ranger. To be honest, he kind of, it kind of fits his thing. He's the Mighty Morphin Bus, and then he sends another shout out to Hurricane again, sending another one. I appreciate y'all. Now, if Mike TV was getting these cash ups and super chats, he'd probably have his shirt off right now, twerking or something like that. You don't see me doing that. There's not enough money in this world to make me be gay, and you can't act gay. You just gonna be gay. That's what it is. I don't make the rules. I'm just telling you what the rules are. As straight men, that's just what the rule is. You can't act gay. You are just gay. That is what the rules are. I'm not making it up. I'm telling you what it is. Every single straight man will tell you that. If he don't tell you that, I'm just saying. They say ain't no acting. You can't act like you kissing a dude. You either doing it or you're not doing it. That's what it is. Now another one is it says Mongol Slade says Umar has no documentaries or books to his name. No shade, truth. The thing is that, and I don't want this to be like a thing where we're dissing Umar, but where is Umar's document? Umar's been in other people's documentaries, but Umar has not been. He's not produced his own documentaries. And I'm not saying that everybody got to produce documentaries. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, you're talking about somebody who's made multiple documentaries, who has his own YouTube channel, versus somebody who, essentially, in being as respectful as possible, essentially goes about conveying his message in a very different way. It's like comparing when you compare the influence that they have, it's like comparing apples to oranges. Tariq's influence comes from a very different source than Umar's influence comes from. You can't really compare apples to oranges in that sense. And that's not shade, that is truth. That's just what it is. This dude got an Irish baby mama. Mike TV. Shame. And he's calling other people the grifter. He's calling other people the grifter. Y'all, if y'all ever talk to him, ask him to explain Zesty Time. It should be Zesty TV, not Mike TV. But brothers and sisters, I appreciate y'all being here, and we have multiple technical issues, and you know we've hustled through that. So shout out to every single last one of you all. Speaking of the rally, go to the link in the description below. Let me pull up to see exactly where the rally is and the donations are right now. Go to the oh god, I gotta sign in. Go to the link below, and you guys can donate to the rally, because we're trying to explain how very crucial, how very important it is to donate to these things, to donate to the rally. Let me show you something else. Let me pull this up. Where is, hold on. Come on. I just want to pull up the rally real quick. To show you guys where it is. Y'all stay with me. Y'all stay with me. Y'all stay with me. Y'all lock in. All right, here it is. This is what we have so far. All right. So right now we are at 23,976. So we're close to about halfway there. We got 670 people who donated. So we're about halfway there, which is cool. That's cool, because you know we're making progress, and the closer we get to the rally, the more the money starts to speed up. So don't listen to zesty interracial dating, mixed half-breed grifting haters who are dumb as hell and don't know how to do math and are not the king of receipts, but the king of frauds, the king of zest. He is the king of zest. I am taking the crown of the king of receipts and putting on that crown, and I am giving him the crown he really deserves, the king of zest. Because there's not a straight man in this planet, especially a black one. There's not a straight black man in this planet who said, I want to do zesty time. Not a single one. Not a straight one. Not a straight one. So listen to what you know is true. So this is the rally, which is, we're going good. This is going good. I appreciate every single last person for donating. Shout out to y'all for being in here. Yeah. Shout out to y'all for being in here. Yeah, the queen of zest. The queen of zest. Zest King, Zest Queen, Zest TV, Zesty TV. Zesty TV. He might like it. Y'all go pitch it to him. He might like it. He might change his thing to it. He might like it. Zesty Time Mike. There's a lot of things. Y'all let me know actually in the comments, because we're gonna help him out. We're gonna help our brother out, because I'm gonna be very honest with you. This ain't it. 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 This man went from Spike to Mike. That ain't it. That ain't it. That's unoriginal. That is so uncreative. That's so that's some white people shit. That's white. That's white. That's what they would do. That's what half his brain is telling him to do. I'm sure he's like, yeah, dude, that's a cool idea. I love Spike TV, man. Definitely, man. Oh my God. Spike, Mike, they rhyme. I'm so cool. I'm sure he said that to himself. I'm sure he did. But that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. We need to come up with another name for him. So that's the assign that we need to come up with another name because that's weakest. That's not it. That's not it, man. So we're going to come up with another name. In the comment section below, you guys let me know what names you think he should rename his platform to, because Mike TV ain't it. That's not it. I'm letting it be known right now. That's a lame-ass name. He got the same font and everything. He used the same image. It's the same thing. That's not it. Come on. Spicy, I mean, the Spicy Mike is what you want to do. He said Pipe TV. Bussy, hey, y'all let me know in the comment section below. What y'all think he should name his thing to? But I got to get out of here, brothers and sisters. I do. We had a good broadcast, but this is about getting rid of the haters so they don't disrupt the movement. Y'all pay attention to the lessons that were learned. A lot of times, people come up and they hating. They're not hating for the reason they're telling you for. Y'all pay attention. You can find the truth out by not listening to sympathize. Listen to figure out what really happened. Listen to figure out what really happened. Mark my words, that will become very relevant coming up soon. But with that being said, my brothers and my sisters, y'all make sure y'all follow me on my social media, which is Afro Elite on Instagram and then The Afro Elite on Twitter. All right. And of course, the links to both of those are in the description below. Also, make sure you guys please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, the notification bell. And don't forget, we're doing the For the Culture thing, part 2. Part 2 is fire coming up. Y'all make sure that you guys go to the official For the Culture channel, link in the description below, and subscribe to it because we got more stuff coming out for that channel. So y'all make sure y'all hit this, subscribe, and then go subscribe to that one because we got more stuff coming up with that too. Now, with that being said, my brothers and my sisters, be one salute to every single last one of you all. Of course, you all have a good one.